And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the fury.
What up, Instagram?
Instagrams.
What up, Twitter world?
Oh, wait, no, I Twitter.
What's
up, Twitter? It's X. It's X.
What's up, Twitter world?
I don't even call it X. I still call it Twitter.
Everybody does. What I hate is the media. Like, they're all still explaining it like we're all retarded.
Yeah.
And over on X, formerly known as Twitter, we all know what you're saying. Either say Twitter or say it.
Right.
All right, guys, we are live with the new 145-pound champion. Wayne, hit him with it.
Oh, see, it is studio today. And Fury featherweight champion.
That's me.
The Texas kid, Michael Aswell.
That's
me, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard he had already took Daniel Pineda's belt at 4 ounce stuff.
Yeah, well, now he's the top guy at 4 ounce now, right?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
No, Josh Vance.
Josh Van. No, Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Frank is...
Yeah, hey, Frank's running from Altum, though, so I don't know, man.
Oh, you hear that? Outbreak game.
We try to give Frank a hard time whenever I can.
Frank. I don't know. You think Frank can handle ultimate grappling?
Apex grappling.
What belt is Frank?
White belt.
Oh shit,
He's got it.
Frank, you're fucked.
I'll show him the defense.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, it's still wrist control out of this guy, man.
Great, head and arm.
Yeah, man. Oh,
I tell you what, man, this boy must have some fucking bricks in these hands.
this one right here.
Yeah.
Seems like he's touching dudes and they're falling, they're crumbling, man.
Usually you see when Eric touches dudes, they just get hard. versus when you touch dudes,
Right.
you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Touches them after they get hard. After they get hard.
Wilson don't want to get you hard.
yeah, for sure, man. Hey, so we've talked about it a lot on the show, and you've been here since the last time, man. But since first of all, your entire rise in your career has been absolutely outstanding. But ever since, honestly, the Cameron Graves fight, that seemed to be like a confidence turner for you. You went against a former champion, and that was the first time we really saw power from Michael Aswell.
I don't know if there's another 45er on the roster that would have won that fight the way he just won it.
Against Nate?
Yeah.
Well, no one else has done it yet. Like
No. No way.
When we talk about MMA, math is never
adds up.
Right.
Never
but
adds
Diego Lopez
Right.
couldn't hurt him the way he did. He went 5 rounds with Diego. He went 4 rounds with Aaron Young.
That's a different Diego than
Right.
the
100%.
Diego we have now.
100%.
Definitely.
He went 5 rounds with Hussein.
Right.
That's what I was expecting out of this fight. I was expecting this one to go like a good 4 or 5 rounds. Not to be.
I thought it was going to go later, and it was just going to... Somebody was going to get dropped.
Aswell said no thanks.
Fuck, though.
No.
He doesn't do what Hussein does.
I honestly thought
Not as much, no.
if you were to tell me there was going to be like a first round finish, and it was striking, it would have made more sense to me. Be like, oh well, maybe he caught Aswell with something. If you had told me, I thought you would be more like 3rd and 4th round,
Right.
after wearing him down some, because your pressure fucking breaks people.
I mean, I'd be lying to say
Later rounds.
like the first round was the game plan. Like that would be the game. Like I'd be lying to say like we knew we were gonna go first round. Like we knew that shot was gonna be there.
Yeah.
Shot that landed, and we knew certain things were gonna be there. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you got to get your timing and your rhythm and your spacing a little bit.
What did you think when you saw him dancing in front of you for a second? Like, oh shit!
I mean, I knew I rocked him. So
Yeah.
I kind of went for the kill, but he was kind of laying on the fence. And watching his fights, he gets like dropped and rocked.
Yeah.
But he always recovered.
Yeah. Right.
Almost every time. And,
Yeah.
you look at his record or like his resume, like he's never been finished. The only time was when he got slammed on his head.
Right.
Right. And other than that, no one's dropped him out. I mean, they dropped him a couple times, but he's never been finished. And same with me. Like, you said that if anyone was going to get a finish, he would have finished. I've never been finished either. So to say that I thought it was going to be first round knockout, not really.
Yeah.
I thought that shot would definitely be there, like later in the.
Here's the is this the so here obviously this is the eye poke. So
I didn't know that.
Ric Flair style.
did you see that?
That was all part of the plan, right?
Did you see the picture I posted?
Yeah, I saw the picture. The thumb.
It's just your thumb. It looked
No, the thumb didn't land though. It just was like close to his eye. It was the original, like,
I think
front,
if you
so I
look at
think-
his eye though, like it starts closing right.
Oh, it does. I mean, listen. Well, here's the thing. Aswell, man, a lot of class and respect when you're in. Like, you recognized, hey, I might have eye poked this dude. And you're like, hey, you called the ref in, actually. The ref wasn't stepping in.
And that's what I was like almost asking.
Let's see this here. Let's see this here.
I was almost asking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good John Jones style little finger jab.
First one,
That's a little.
sure, but the second one was a punch.
The second one was a punch with a little bit more thumb inside of it, too.
It was that thing.
It's a double eye.
The thumbnail land.
Okay, but let's be honest. He had 5 minutes if he wanted him.
I mean, I just was listening to
Yeah.
the ref. Whenever the ref said stop, go, like, oh, I mean, I don't know. He goes when he's ready to go, and I guess he said he was ready. I don't know. I just listened to whatever the ref said.
I mean, you can clearly see that
it
affected his eye.
it's bothered him. But at the same point, as you just said, he could have taken more time.
Or whatever. I was just listening to the ref, and then they just told me to go. I said, okay.
That movement, man, lots of movements. Right there, that short right hand, man, wobbled him. That first right.
Man, you swarmed him.
Ooh, hit that left hook. Uppercut. Oop, oop, oop. Running.
Yeah, he's still.
And then now he's gonna fire back. I think it's a left hand that catches you in a minute, and you sit back for you're like, all right, okay, hang on, let me get back in here for a second.
Yeah, I still felt.
I think there was a body shot he landed.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Right here. Oh wow, nothing on the face of Michael Aswell.
He's still trying to recover, man.
Yeah, but he's still throwing.
Still dangerous in those moments, man. That's a good stoppage. That's a very good stoppage by Professor Joe.
Walk off, and then he started getting to his hands and knees. I was like, damn. Like, and I was like, I can't let him recover because he recovers. Or
Yeah.
like,
Look at this. Look at this beautiful moment. Look at this beautiful right here.
every time we got dropped, he recovered. So I knew that once he was hurt, I had to finish it. I had to get it.
That's crazy.
So hey, so tell us about this. Once again, packed house. Clearly a sold out Aswell house. Crickets when Nate walked out. Nate walked out.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a quieter venue at first, and then the booze.
The booze.
Then the booze started
There's
rolling
always
in.
the booze, which you don't usually hear at these things after the Nate Richardson intro.
And then, dude,
I always like to acknowledge that a little bit.
I thought the reception you got was amazing, but then when you finished him and the crowd went absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Like, tell us about that feeling. Oh, Jesus, yes. We had to kick him out of the cage, out of the tech zone.
Did he?
Again.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I seen him grabbing people, shaking.
Look,
them.
hey,
He just climbs over the
absolutely love.
Look at the scene.
Hey, man.
His love for you and his
Yeah,
happiness
dude.
for you in that moment.
Yeah.
Get the fuck on the other side of the barricade, dog. Get back where you're supposed to be.
When a father loves a son like that, like
Yeah.
y'all do, man. Whenever your son accomplishes
Watch,
something
he's
like
gonna-
that, hey man, barricade be damned.
He's
I'm going
gonna
over to.
he's
man.
gonna try to
jail tonight.
Hey,
Shout out to the Texas dad.
he's gonna try that shit during Aswell's UFC debut and end up in actual jail.
He was like, for me, throw me in the corner. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
I thought we were going to play Dana.
If you ever see Aswell Sr. coming out in that Venom sweats,
Oh my god.
That should be awesome, dude.
Oh, he's going to get one, but I don't know.
oh, you're gonna be the
We're gonna have him in the corner.
I'll throw him mine. I'll get an extra large for him. God.
Man, hey, it was absolutely an amazing moment to watch. As we said before, man, you are start to finish a Fury guy.
Oh yeah.
And we haven't hit this fact. It was just like 2 years ago, man. People wanted to fight you.
Yeah.
They were like, you remember that? They were like, hey, let me get you an Aswell fight next. I want that Aswell fight.
Everybody wanted to be that.
And now,
as well trained.
and now it's become, I don't know. Like, we'll see. Maybe we should, but I don't think. If you ever turned down a fight, you're just like, okay, I'll take whoever, whatever.
Every time. Eric texted me, I said, sounds like a good fight to me. And then he would text me back, oh, actually, that guy doesn't want to fight you. I'm like, okay, whatever. They say they wanted to fight me, and then when they get asked, they don't get a fight. I got a fight canceled, and I told Eric to give me Cameron Graves. And he was like, are you sure? I'm like, bro, I wouldn't text you. I want to text you if I wasn't sure.
I was just like, I don't know if it's smart.
He was just like, he was just saying, like, I don't know if that's the best. I was like, dude, give me that fight. Like, it makes sense. His
Yeah.
fight fell out at the time, too. So he was itching to fight anyways.
Yeah.
And then my fight, it just kind of just worked out. And
Well,
Eric was like, well,
After that fight, then it was just like, I didn't care.
Well, I remember.
like, okay, he's good.
Yeah, now
I remember us talking about the Cameron fight, and it was we always, whether people want to believe it or not, like we weigh risk reward for every fighter that we're putting in there. Like, what does this do for Aswell? What does this do for Cameron when you're putting them in there?
Right.
And for Cameron, it was a chance. It's hard to say the young gun and like old lion because Cameron's still young too. He just has a ton of fights. Yeah. But we're looking at Aswell. It's like, was he ready for this? This is a big step up in competition. And the problem is exactly what happened. Not that it was a problem for you, but you win that fight. Now you're in this different echelon of who we can match you up with.
Oh, anyone.
You know, and it definitely became a like, well, he's done everything he needs to do to like earn this title and earn these shots. And at that point, it was like, it didn't matter who we put in front of you.
No, I mean, even after that fight, I was like, Eric, all right, who's fighting for the title?
Yeah, he's been asking for the title for like 4 fights.
After the Grace fight, because I was like, he was a former champ, so it only makes right. Like, I could fight for the, or at least be in consideration to fight for the belt. I was even asking him, like, hey, you know, short notice maybe even, you know, and I remember.
You fought Yachty after Cameron? Yachty?
I think there was a fight between. I don't recall, but it might have been Yachty.
Luchin?
Was it Austin Luchin?
Luchin and
Austin Luchin.
And then Yachty.
Yeah.
But like even after like Jesse Butler was like the champ, I was like, I'll fight him. And then he got moved up.
Yeah.
And then Eric was like, 3 weeks, you can fight Diego for the belt. And I was like, I might need more than 3 weeks, but I'll fight that. And then he ended up getting called up like a couple days after that. And then, you know, everyone that was getting called up was, you know, fought for the belt or had it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, Eric, let me just put me against whoever for the belt. Like, ain't no one there taking it. It was kind of just in the stratosphere, just hanging there.
Yeah, you know, it's strange. We have so many like really deep divisions.
That was a lot of featherweight.
And like 125 is I always kind of stand out as like this is a big division for us. But our 145-pound division, because it's a revolving door. Because as soon as you
to him before the show off at Tapology, and there's like 40 of the guys that are ranked are ours.
Well, not only that, but like as soon as you get the belt, like you know, like your next fight, it's not here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, you know, so
weird. Yeah.
So not only it automatically like the first thing we started talking about, and you brought it up today too, is like, well, who gets the next title shot? Right. Because you're already like, well, I'm not going to defend it. I'm gone. You know, like, they're going to call me out.
Of course.
So like it's become this revolving door, and 145 pounds for us it's awesome for us. Man.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's awesome, but it does put into perspective kind of like who fights for the belt. You know, like, look, man,
We got to make sure that next guy's ready to go.
Yeah,
exactly. Because
I got no doubt. If they send you to Contender Series,
already, yeah, it was go time.
I got no doubt, bro.
It's go time. Yeah,
I don't care they give you.
No, and people were asking like, would you rather do Contenders or short notice? And I said, you know, of course, short notice, like you get the automatic call, like that call up, but Contenders is not bad. Like you get time to, you know, keep training. You know, you get time to see who you're fighting, kind of, you know, come up with a game plan, stick with your team, and like, you know, even me, I've only been with Forearms for like since December. Like it's not that much time. It gives me more time to gel. It gives me more time to work. You know, and
Contenders would be a very interesting thing for you. Because that'd be the smallest crowd you've ever fought in front of.
Like a golf crowd.
I've never fought out of Houston.
So
isn't that crazy to think about?
That really
no,
is.
it's beautiful to think.
Well, I mean,
it's beautiful. And this is
It's like,
Well, how awesome is that to be with the same promotion, never left your hometown, and still get the call?
Jacob Silva hopping in says he took you with him to Contender Series.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry.
When he fought JP Baez.
So you got to kind of experience how quiet that is, right? Like,
Did you get to experience the buffet in the back?
No.
Hey, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Little Greek food in the back.
So I went with Jacob for that Contender Series. I got to see how the week goes out, and then I was in the corner for Adrian against Randy Costa, so I got to see how the UFC runs their weeks too. So, you know, I've been there. I got a feel of it. Got a, you know, kind of where you got to go, what you got to do.
Yeah.
Training and stuff like that. And it was cool. It made me realize I could do this. Like, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? At that moment in time. I mean, that was a couple of years ago, but even I was walking out with them like, oh, yeah, I can. Like, I see me and you're ready being there, you know? Yeah, that's another thing. Just, like, my mindset, how everything works. Like, being there, feeling it, like, you know, just already having that familiarity with everything. Like, I walk into the Fury cage, I'm chilling.
How are you enjoying?
It's home in there.
How are you enjoying the changes that you made? You know, going over to 4 rounds now. You got some similarity because you know you got Justice there with you as well. But you know, tell us about the difference over there for you guys now.
I just, you know, I feel like I'm at home. You know, I feel like I'm really, you know, somewhere where I'm appreciated and just, you know, like lifted up a little bit. And
Who's your main partner over there? Is it Daniel?
every day I go up to him.
Pineda?
Yeah, just go up to him every day. And I'm
You
like,
weren't there yesterday when I went in there and somebody bought him a 4-ounce singlet.
oh yeah, we have a wrestling team.
He stripped down and put that bitch on, and he ran out all the mats and started double legging it. See, it's a tight ass singlet. It said 4-ounce here and on the back.
He fucks me up.
Dude, I can tell you, it was so cool. He was upstairs watching you from the top
Yeah.
part, man. And there was a moment where y'all both kind of connected. We're looking at each other.
Yeah.
And it was,
I do remember that.
dude. It was a very.
Stiff.
He was hard as shit. It was a very
I
like,
kicked him out of that one spot.
you know, this sport is very there's a big emotional aspect, especially when it comes to like your teams and
I've
stuff.
never grabbed shit, but I guess it's pretty hard.
Fuck it, never mind. I don't care at this point what I was gonna say nice about Daniel Pineda. He had a hard dick looking at Michael Aswell.
And Roland. Yeah, we roll.
And when he rolls,
Yeah.
Jago, your video paused, doggy.
how that shitty service.
I'm like, man, you gotta get off the cricket, man. What are you doing?
Dude, Diego.
Jago's over here with the cricket internet.
There you go.
So hey, speaking of your teammates, man, Justice Torres,
Yeah.
co-main event.
I didn't get to really watch. You know, it's right before mine, so I never really get to watch.
Yeah, with AY, man.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Fucking.
you might have to restart it.
You gotta work on
It's back.
He was like bringing his Max. He said he was trying to bring his Max Holloway out.
Yeah.
He was fucking throwing right there in the last 10 seconds, trying to get him a last second KO.
You know, I think Justice.
I didn't really get to watch.
He looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked great, man. There was
I didn't expect that type of fight either.
there was a few exchanges from AY. I thought AY would use more of his wrestling.
Okay.
He tried.
Yeah.
He did, but
And Justice defended very
dude,
well.
Great defense.
the few
from
times that he
Justice
did
Torres.
get him down, Justice minimized all the damage,
right.
and did a great job of just being able to get back up.
Okay, cool.
Like
Great.
you can clearly
Game plan.
listen. We talked about earlier in the week. You know, if you're going to beat Justice Torres, how do you beat Justice Torres? Well, a wrestler is one of the worst guys for him. Like, you take him down, you got to hold him. We've seen that in the past.
Pena.
This Justice Torres got right back up, and he did it very calmly. Like, he's already always calm on the ground.
He's
But
always
he managed to get up very, very easily. And you can kind of see that the grappling and the trainings you guys are doing over there definitely paid off.
I mean, getting wrestled by Daniel is a motherfucker.
That's an absolute monster you guys are dealing with every day.
We're not saying
No, bro. Like, he does not feel like
we
we
used to give me that.
30. Okay.
Never?
It's all right.
Daniel's a fucking dog.
No, he's insane. Like,
Little
he's
dog.
insane. Like,
Perrito.
even when we're rolling,
Dog.
he just rolls the submission. I mean, you know, he's a finisher.
Yeah.
Bro,
He's going.
like when we're rolling, I think he puts at least 6 submissions up. Like,
That
even if he
sounds
doesn't
right.
finish him, he's just transitioning to him, just to let me know that like I could literally choke you out with any of these 6, and just keeps rolling. And I'm like, dude, this dude's crazy.
Yeah.
And I asked him like, oh, what's your lineage? Like, who'd you train with? And he's like, just my brother, you know, Silverback, and just trained by myself at 4. Like, never.
Yeah.
He's just got a crazy.
They've had a really
He's a dog. He's
a
just old
really
school
weird
dog.
time over at 4 Ounce when it came to like pure jiu-jitsu coaches.
Right.
Because for a while,
Renan.
Classy Grappler was there, Renan was there, Makako, and there are leaders. That's how Daniel was there. At one point, it was just him and his brother. You know, Santabayas. So it's
Oh, they still there?
yeah, it was.
I've seen him.
I've been training wrestling with him.
But as much as all these other coaches have come and been a part, you know, Jeremy Mahone was there for a long time as team.
OGT.
That team, Daniel always just had his own style, and he took from Renan, he took from Classy, he took from Makako, and look, man, that dude's the king of the Kimura. Like, I love Chris Brennan, and I know that's like one of his actual nicknames is King of the Kimura. But damn, Daniel Pineda's Kimura setups and what he does with it is absolutely nasty, dude. He takes your Kimura, you're like, oh, he's on my back now. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
Every time. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
So Justice Torres comes out, picks up the big victory, and that's going to put him into some title contention talks as well.
Right?
I mean, there is a few other. There's a few other 45ers we have. Maybe it's a surprise. Some new signees coming up.
There if he wins his next.
Yep.
Estevez?
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Loham and Justice will be fun.
Fighting,
Right?
Solo.
Lowham and Justice?
I think Aswell should defend against Torres.
I'm surprised he didn't call me out.
Stipulation is
Justin said he was going to call me out if you won.
That'd have been hilarious. Dude.
we'll make it for the opportunity to get called up to Contender Series.
I told him to do it.
Yeah,
we talked about it.
So
That's how much he respects you. He's like, no,
I love
way,
it.
no,
I love it, man.
That would be hilarious.
Hey, in our feature fight of the night, and what was clearly the grudge match of the night, Ryan Hughes and Cam Smotherman, in a very close, very highly contested fight. The judging was different. In this, there was a few 29-28 each way, and then one random 30-27.
You have it.
What?
I have it.
I don't know, man. Like sitting there watching live.
Draw.
No, sitting there watching live, I thought Cameron lost the fight.
Going into the third round, I felt like Hughes was up 2-0.
Yeah, so like while I was
I
sitting there
love
watching,
Cam, but I didn't see what we
when
usually
you think
see out of him.
about what the judges might have been watching, they might have been thinking, well, this dude Smotherman is literally trying to win this fight and finish, and this other guy's kind of just trying to hang on and survive.
Yeah,
So I don't know how they weighed it.
It's hard to say because even when you judge damage,
Right.
which is one of the things people talk about, visually, Hughes was landing head kicks. Like he landed some head kicks on Cameron. One busted his eardrum open that Cameron openly talked about. That's where the blood was coming from.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It was a very, very close fight. I actually would have probably been okay with a draw. Like watching that fight, I'd have been okay with a draw. I'd have understood a draw. But I fully understand a Smotherman victory, and I understand if Hughes had won all cards. Like it was so close.
That Cameron, he wanted to finish that fight.
Of course.
Yeah.
He was going for the kill.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, let me just grind out a decision.
Right.
And I feel like Hughes was. He just wanted to do enough at that point to hold him down, get him to the ground, take his back, whatever. And
Which isn't a bad thing. Which is
He made Cam a fortune
Right.
teller. Cam told him, "Hey, you're going to turn into a wrestler. You're going to be shooting. You're going to be shooting for your life."
30-27.
Chance Williams
But you said you had it up 2-0, but I guess he didn't win.
going to the third round. That was how I felt watching it live. Yeah, I mean,
But I was saying, but you didn't have him winning the third, though, huh?
No.
Hughes? No, I had Cameron winning the third. I think it was the second round, which was kind of the round of like,
Like I said, I didn't
who's
get to
what.
watch too much.
I'm really unsure. It was.
I think Chance felt like maybe Cameron didn't do enough until like the final 10 seconds. Whenever he was like, "All right, hey, let's start really throwing hands now. Let it all go."
Wrestling Shit doesn't excite
That's just me
me.
speculating.
Well,
I just don't like
and there's been a change.
Watching highlights this morning.
There's been a change in the last
No, like that kind of wrestling, yeah. But I'm just talking about like in the cage, just
cage.
lay and pray shit.
in the last like year and a half to 2 years. There's been a change in how judges seem to weigh the wrestling because we've seen some very wrestling heavy performances where the wrestler didn't win.
yeah.
And you know what we work on at our gym a lot is hey man, like you got to have damage on top of this wrestling. So if you're taking them down, you need to start punching.
Yeah, I'm
immediately.
reminded of the Nico Echeverry Tedrick Macklin fight.
Yeah,
Talk about
that's a great example of that. You know, Nico clearly got a lot of takedowns, had a lot of control time, but there wasn't a lot of damage done, and there was no submission threats done from there.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I don't know what's caused it, but I've seen it in the last probably year and a half to 2 years that there's been a very different change when it comes to how they grade the wrestling. Now, obviously, the first judging criteria is damage.
Yeah.
So if one person got taken down 7 times, but every time you were on the feet, he busted your eyes open, who did more damage? Right. The guy on the
Even
feet.
if the fight was only 10 seconds long on the feet.
I don't know. Well, then that means
exactly.
yeah,
It's hard.
This system
Let's
just
say
messed
the
up.
first exchange, the dude breaks your nose,
right, and you're bleeding the whole rest of the fight too.
and then then you get taken down, and he lays on you for the next 4 minutes, and then round 2 comes out, the dude head kicks you and breaks your jaw, and then he takes you down, and he's laying on you the whole fight.
Well, you know, a great example
Who
of
got
that.
fucked up because I'm leaving
Right, you're thinking.
healthy, and the other dude's all fucked up, and then just raised his hand.
A great example of that.
You'd be a
is-
great heel.
A great example of that
You'd be a great guy.
is the Maja Kubels and Kota fight earlier in the night.
Yeah.
You know, Maja got one of the worst cuts I've ever seen. Like, dude, did you see the picture I posted? It's spurting blood.
Oh man.
Austin, this is fucking one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken.
When he locked up trying to take that kid down, he hammered fisted him to death.
But also, if you go back and you watch that fight, turn the volume off and just watch that fight, Maja kind of wins the first round. Now outside of damage, so Maja's on top. He holds Kota down for a lot of the round. Now Cota, every time he was on his feet, was just
all for it.
letting it go. But if you look off of like control, Maisha was ended the round on top. He was in mount. He tried arm, but visually, it clearly looked like Robert Cota won that round. So I'm hoping they gave that to Cota.
Robert Cutthroat.
Are we gonna have a cutthroat off?
I think we are. Like, out of respect to Kyle Toe-Drink, I didn't say that because Kyle's been cutthroat for his entire Fury career, but Cota makes a case.
Whoever gets to the paperwork first.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle's about to go into his third fight, right?
Yeah.
So he'll be 3-0, and Coda's 1-0. They'll probably meet when they're like 4-0, 5-0.
Well, it depends. If Cota fights first and gets to 2-0, and then
Get the trade. Get the
2-0 versus 3-0 is not bad.
Coda versus Joe Hendershot or Josh Thomas.
We'll get a trademark.
I like that.
I got a trademark. Mine is trademark.
That's fine.
Damian
Did
Arundel.
all that.
Yeah. Any of those fights.
Fight.
Hey, Cota was fun. He was super excited.
I think Majai, and I've reached out to Doug a couple times.
Mahai, you guys.
He
God
needs to go
dang.
to 35.
Man,
He needs to be at 35.
that's one of those things too. Like, yeah,
So
he needs to be at 35.
He was supposed to
And
fight for us in Dallas at 35, and he came in at 130.
He's such a good kid
He's a
too.
very good kid, man.
Man, like
Very
so
good.
super nice, super respectful, and very talented. Hey, also on the card, another fight right before him where we had a controversial decision was Luis Rule and Alberto Trujillo.
What was controversial?
Yeah.
I thought Trujillo won that fight. What'd you think? What'd you think?
How'd it go?
It was so close. It was 29-28 across the board, unanimous for Garule.
I didn't see
I could have seen a
unanimous.
split.
Yeah,
They were like,
Could have seen it going either way, but I didn't see unanimous for Garule. But I mean, when it's that close and it goes to the judges, what do you want, man?
right. So and now this is a fight where there wasn't much damage.
Right.
So and when I look at,
I mean, let's be honest. Mick didn't watch it.
he didn't.
And
He didn't. He
that's not
left.
a good sign.
Yeah. Well, I know.
That's his division. One of the dudes is undefeated,
Right.
and for him to really not show interest, I was like, "Sheesh, guys, y'all are blowing the shit right
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're a,
Very evenly matched.
if you're in,
They're like the same. Like,
if you're on the Fury roster and you're fighting in Houston, you basically get a your own shot at Contender Series when you're in mixed division.
Yeah, right. It's like a casting call.
I mean, you're getting a shot right there in front of him.
yeah.
I was hoping there was a nice knockout on one end, and Mick was like, "Hey, one of y'all's coming to."
If that would have happened, Mick would have watched the fight, obviously, and one of those guys is on his radar.
But it didn't look like either guy was looking for a finish. They look like they were fighting to feel they got to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Sparring.
And neither guy made a mistake
Right.
during the fight. Yeah, like both guys they're both hard to take down.
Technical guys.
Very super technical, and they look alike. Feel like I could see if you're a judge, I'd be like, hey man, I don't know, the bald brown guy won. You know, like.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it was a weird. Yeah.
Hey, also on the card, what about the performance? Cody Steele
Yeah,
taking on late notice takes on a 13-5 Alejandro Martinez, and does exactly what he needs to do. And I will say this was the first fight where Cody's chin got tested.
Really.
He got cracked 4 or 5 times. And I mean, when I tell you that I got a picture with his elbow with going through Cody's chin, pressed in.
that kid was tough.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
He ate a knee in the corner. He ate a knee in the corner. The picture I got, Cody's eyes roll back in his head and come back in. Like, he was landing shots on Cody.
Cody never showed.
He has got fucking hand on
Cody
him.
never showed that he felt anything.
That's good, as you should.
Yeah, he fucking-
Yeah, you can't let him know. Can't let him know.
So Cody now moves to 6-0, and I think for someone like him as well, with his background, his popularity, I don't think he needs to do anything else. I'm not
It's
sure.
good you went later rounds. You know, you can't just finish all these dudes quick.
And
you
also,
know?
don't sit around waiting for the phone to ring.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Nico
Fight.
Echeverria?
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Ooh.
Landing clean on him, right?
Yeah, Martinez.
Yeah, I saw that one.
This dude, I was on the flight home from Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and I checked my IG, and I had this guy in my DMs, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm ready to go at 55, 65, 70."
It's that knee he ate. Like,
Oy.
dude, I mean, he ate all this.
And
Walked right through it.
I was like, "How soon?" He's like, "I'm ready to go right now."
Let's go.
I said, "Okay, well, I just lost Cody Steele's opponent for next week."
He said,
Like, I'm in. He didn't even ask who the fuck.
Yeah, he didn't ask who. He didn't wait to see it.
I said, "Man, we got to get your medicals done." He's like, "Can you fly me Monday?" And I'll be there all week. So we flew him in Monday. I picked
Yeah.
him up, took him to get his medical.
Yeah, we love that. Well, he's coming back.
though.
Yeah,
Nice.
He's coming back.
yeah, he's ready to come back.
That was a fun fight to watch too, man.
And they fought at 65 because it was on a week's notice.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, I mean, we got some 55ers for Martinez.
for sure. They're doing good.
How about
Yeah,
him and Colton
same.
England?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
How about Ponto and Colton England?
When's the last time Colton fought?
I would love for
Wow.
I would love for Colton.
No.
So
He's leaving you?
I would love
for Lester.
I would love for Colton England to say yes to a fight with us.
Me too, man.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I think Colton just needs one, probably.
That's it.
One good win.
Maybe.
And I think he's gone.
Yeah, finish. We're
Gotta get
finished.
the right guy.
Hey, speaking of our amazing 145 division, Joel Maddock and Tony Toro.
Oh man,
Dude, Tony Toro's a problem.
golly,
That
you ain't
kid.
lying, man.
That kid is extremely good. And to have
That's Tony Toro and Kyle Todroy.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, well, about
Let me get these contracts out real quick. Hey, then shout out once again, man, Dominic Carrera and Cameron Veals. Hey, first of all, I apologize to these two guys because I got like 3 shots of their fight because I got pulled off to deal with some other bullshit, and it's one of the few times where I didn't get pictures of a fight.
You didn't.
I didn't.
What?
I didn't.
What are
I
you
didn't.
doing?
I'm not bad. I had the show to run, dickheads. I'm trying to help Eric out. I had other stuff to do in the moment, and but I really want to give a shout out again, man, to Cameron Veals. First of all, his management team, one of the nicest guys. Like, dude, he came over and gave me a card, like just thanking us for having him there. You know, I'm like, first of all,
It's awesome.
Fuck yeah. But also, I'll give his.
Gave me a $100 gift card.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that. Hey, I want to give a shout out to his manager.
Nighter, what's going on?
And if you are
Some Yeezy slides.
if you are a manager out there and you're like a young and upcoming manager, I want you to think about like the guys from his manager group, Ed Barnett. For 2 years, they messaged me or messaged Eric trying to get a fight with us, and it just didn't make sense at different times. We didn't have anything for him. He didn't have anybody. And then finally, we made, I want to say it was 6 offers to Cameron Veals. He said yes to every single one, and 5 pulled out in a row. Pulled out. And he spent months trying to fight for us. Finally, we get him in there. And I'll be honest, Eric and I, we put him on Fight Pass. Like, well, did you put him on? Well, I guess he's on.
Yeah,
He's on Fight Pass.
1-0 against a
Yeah,
I was wondering how that ended up happening.
It doesn't happen often, but also you got Dominic Carrera did a great job. He won.
Good too,
I think it
man.
was extremely fun, man. And these two guys,
Justin Martinez's guy.
put on a great fight. It was extremely fun. I see you some more ice in here, man.
Yeah, I know. I just had Eric.
I got you, dog. I thank you for the little howler fill up.
I got you.
And thank you for both those guys for being on the fight. And again, I apologize for not being able to take pictures of their fight. It does happen. There's one other fight on the night, the Trayvon Coker and Craig Willingham fight. I didn't get much coverage of that fight either because I got a few shots.
Dude, same thing that happened. He posted a picture of like.
Coker's a good dude too, man.
Yeah, he posted a picture of the other guy like having a good.
Hey,
Lost, and he was like, wouldn't she post a good picture of me?
that's all I had. That's all I had. Hey, so the
Like
picture,
Trayvon-
the picture of Craig Willingham winning is just fucked up. But the picture of him winning, dude, one of the few pictures I had of the fight was Trayvon throwing a jab that lands, and you can see like I went to the next slide where he kind of moved off to the side.
We can put
But-
some pictures from the video though, right?
Yeah.
We can, but in the moment, like getting him up, I gotta, yeah.
There's only
Hey, listen.
stuff.
How Craig Willingham versus
Coker.
Well,
Well,
I just offered you that one I just told you in San Antonio.
oh yeah.
The welterweight.
Yeah,
Andrews guy.
Dodd.
Yeah, Dallas Dodd.
Yeah.
It's a great fight.
Did you make it happen?
Sent the offer.
Then where are we talking about it?
Sent the offer. Sent the offer.
So, but again, I apologize. Like, man, it's rare that I miss shots. Like, rare that I miss shots in general. Let alone like I don't. There's a lot of
It happens.
yeah.
We see shots of me and Wayne every
There's a lot of really good photographers that I hope I can be as good as one day. But like, man, like I miss some sometimes, and I apologize. I'm sorry.
I missed a few shots Sunday too.
Hey, we didn't miss any of the shots we took in the back room, though, baby.
Yeah, the wild howler. Being that.
No, Diego, I'm not pulling you off production to fucking drink with me. Did I tell you?
Man, wait.
Use you on production there, yo.
Hey, and to kick off the main card, Quentin Campbell, Miles Banks, the return of Miles Banks, getting back on the win streak there.
It was good to see him back.
Tough is Quentin Campbell.
Yeah, man, to go 3 rounds with my Banks, man.
You know, I put that fight on the main card because I expected a first-round knockout.
Sure.
No disrespect to Miles, but I really thought
Count me among those that expect like a first-round finish, yeah.
a first-round finish on one side. These dudes are going to go out
Right.
beat in the middle. Somebody's going to get knocked out, either Quentin or Miles.
Hey, Chris Reese said it best to me years ago, man. It's either going to be over in the first round or it's going to be a long, slow crawl to the third.
So I was like, okay, why not let these heavyweights kick it off?
Yeah. Okay, so
Didn't go the way I
I think there's a. And listen, I'm not saying this is true or false when it comes to Miles. I think there's some consideration of the fact that he's coming off of a knockout.
Yeah.
The first time he's ever been dropped, lost, like anything.
See a different Miles the next fight.
I think so.
Yeah, does that.
He's going to come out and kill.
I
He
think
was
there
more
was
calculated in this one. He didn't like just bull rush forward.
Look, you've all been hurt at some time in practice, and you come back and you kind of got to test that out. Like,
Yeah.
hey man, like, can I get hit here again? Can I? Oh, I can. And it maybe took him a little bit to kind of like settle back
Doing
in.
that to Miles in practice.
No one, but that's the problem.
He's got to feel that in the cage.
That's the problem. That's
the issue.
That's the problem with being a Miles Banks.
I'd love to see Miles and Derek Lewis train together, man.
You good body?
Well, let's make it happen, you know?
I think so. Why not take Miles down to Main Street and let him get some work with Derek? Let him spar, box, whatever. Get hit by somebody that's got some fucking power.
He
just heavyweights in general.
He just needs some guys his size, and there's a very few.
Exactly.
There's very few, huh? Me?
You're the man, yeah.
Miles.
That's your
What
dude.
you- what- That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy. Hey. Shout out.
Miles, you heard that.
I got some gorilla kisses for Miles. That's my guy, man. Hey, listen, there's not. I say this, and it's a fucking hypocritical statement. You know, we try to stay unbiased when it comes to matchmaking and when it comes to like favoritism for fighters.
Yeah, y'all do a really good job of it. Except with Rich and the War guys.
I struggle.
Especially.
Listen, I would say
This
this.
is my guy from day one,
Facts.
and I would have fucking went, shook Nate's hand and hugged him and whatever, and said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna
listen.
push your ass hard to the UFC." Had it been the other way around,
Listen, y'all can say it's just the War guys, but y'all got a little black fella over there at y'all's gym who I have known since day one. Chico. Me and Chico.
Oh.
Chico, in like probably 2008, I walked into Militich as a blue belt, and he beat the shit out of me, and they gave me a big old hug, and I told somebody he stole my wallet. and that's been my guy ever since. Like his mom, that's my mom's, man. Like that was my lady. I have so much love.
Chico's dad.
I am. I have so much.
Chico little. He's a little
shout out,
guy. I'm thinking like Gary Coleman.
His little.
Somebody, man.
Shout out, shout out to Chico.
Dude, shout out
for
to
his
Chico.
beautiful new baby as well. Healthy and blessed. But listen, like
Blessing, man. Congratulations.
there are gyms.
For this fight.
There are gyms and there are people that I struggle to hide bias with. I'm a Michael fucking Aswell fan. I can't. You can't help but be. So, but also at the same time,
Senior fan.
at the same time, I'm a Josh Altum fan because he's a War guy. I know Frank thinks all I care is that Altum won.
We know that.
Listen, hey. But I also, I show bias. Alex Morano's guys walk by fighting my guys. I'm like, fuck, I like Alex Morano and these guys, man. You know, there's so many good stories and good people in Houston MMA, and all this comes back to Miles Banks is one of my favorite fucking people when it comes to that. That dude, if once he is dialed in completely with not only how long has he been fighting, dude? A couple years?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
a year and a half, maybe 2.
Really?
2 years.
No, he's been more than 2.
It hasn't been a whole lot of time because he took off. Think about how long he was out with his knee.
He had the total.
That's crazy.
I don't count that time.
So
You're not fighting whenever you're recovering from
you got
it.
a guy who's an elite athlete
Right.
who doesn't get to train with people his size. So you're right, Eric. When the first time he walks into a cage with another heavyweight, that's probably the first time he's really getting cracked.
Is there any gym that's considered like a heavyweight gym
No,
anywhere for fighting?
not really.
There's not many heavyweights.
Not really. The heavyweights is too far and few between.
Was it Brock Lesnar had that?
He had Death Clutch. He had Death Clutch, and he brought out like Pat Barry and Matthew. Fuck, I can see his name, and I can't. Yeah, Bigman, Kurt Angles, Big E's. So there's no gym that's really considered like a heavyweight gym. There are a lot of gyms in town that are considered like, we have super gyms in town, whether people want to like recognize that or not. But like when you got 4 Ounce and War and Main Street Boxing, and honestly, Gracie Woodlands is becoming that. You got a lot of gyms out here that I would consider like super gyms in town. One of the problems is that they all kind of train together sometimes, and it takes the pool away of who can fight who.
I'm not fighting my buddy.
But also, I don't buy into the it's Houston versus everybody else theory. I buy into it's Aswell versus everybody else.
There you
theory.
go.
It's Torres versus everybody else theory.
Aswell said he'd fight Torres. Let's go.
Hey, Justice didn't call me out.
I think a live.
Hey, he missed
Lives
his
on.
opportunity.
Don't worry about it. It's already off. You died.
Your phone died.
It's okay.
Phone died. You're good.
Sorry, IG.
Justice said he was going to call me out. I don't know what happened. I guess
That would have been awesome, dude. That would have thrown all of us for a loop. But what?
if the money's right.
Yeah, that'd have been great. Missed opportunity, Torres.
That would have been a great, like,
Yeah.
Promo, good promo.
Yeah, man.
Who messaged you about Craig Willingham? About this photo?
About a photo.
About
No, they DM'd him on the Fury photo, and it was him, and he was like, "Wow, why would y'all post the photos?"
the coaches messaging me about it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I just said I
I told him we just went through it on the
man. Like
podcast.
I think sometimes people forget. Like, listen,
the
Fury.
same thing on my last fight.
Look, Fury is
Craig
big.
thinks we don't like him. I said, dude, I love him. He did a great job. He
Yeah.
fought well.
Why would you think we don't like him?
Because we posted that.
Exactly.
You posted that picture.
Well, I didn't.
you Reese's fault.
Because you.
Hey, listen,
I told him that's the only photo from the fight that he got. That
Yeah.
I know sometimes people think that we have like 50 fucking employees at this company.
Guys, help one to that Fury.
Yeah.
Please submit resumes.
Hey,
Please submit a resume to Eric Garcia.
We are running
A
around.
lot of help.
We are running around. Hey, you know what I do need?
Diego, he's exhausted.
That's because he stays at the massage spa all night. He woke up and came straight out. He still got oil on.
I want to add some behind the scenes videos to our stuff. I just haven't had a chance to get a guy to do it yet.
That'd be awesome.
You hear that? Get you out of the truck. We can't get the truck to run right as it is, motherfucker. Wow.
That'd be awesome. That's good content.
Yeah, I'd love to have some
Hey,
content.
how about Leslie Jr.?
Hey,
Hey, how about Gary running across and touch him in the face with his foot?
Sidekick.
I went to take a piss test.
Can we pull that up or no?
Yeah, pull it up. I went to go take a drug test.
That's on the prelim.
I go in there, take a piss, fight starts,
Fight's over.
take the pee. DDD, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
This dude ran straight across the cage and
17 seconds.
kicked him.
Fabricio Verdun in the face. Like,
Landed it.
yeah.
Let's just slam.
Bro,
him on
did
his
they
head.
said submission? I was like, bro, you can't even get in position. I thought that's just fucking put up a submission.
14 seconds.
Yeah, man.
I can't even get like.
Yeah.
Mike's like, I know how to get some out, dog.
And it's done, and I'm like, what is going on right now?
Hey, that's
Yeah.
like a T-shirt or something, man.
And I'm sitting around in the back. I'm like, dude, I wish my fight's that fucking quick.
Armbar submission faster than you would take
I was like, nah, you got a war tonight, buddy.
Hey.
Like, you're gonna be in the war
We're ready for a war.
We prepared for a war, and that fits my style too, though. Like, I'm cool going deep.
Look at these scars.
I'm cool going
Hey,
deep.
so when you think about that, like, obviously the fight's over now. Like,
Right.
what was your kind of expectations of how that fight was going to go?
I mean, I knew I was gonna find the shots that I found, right? Like, I knew right hand, left hooks, a lot of right hand, left hooks. I just thought I was gonna pressure him. He was gonna, back up like he did, and we're just kind of gonna, throw. He was gonna be, defensive, throw heavy shots. He was gonna come out hot, But at the end of the day, we both come forward.
Yeah.
So it's all about who's gonna take that first step back. And y'all see my fight.
Yeah.
You see me fight for 6 years now.
Yeah.
I don't really go backwards. That's not really.
Do you?
my style.
Here's a question for you. Do you know you can check leg kicks?
Dude, okay. First of all,
How's that leg kick feel?
I mean,
Back half.
In the moment, probably nothing, right?
well, I was almost baiting it. I was heavy on purpose,
Right.
for him to throw it so I can counter. But it came too fast, and I was like, God damn it, he hit me.
I've seen you in other fights, though. You don't necessarily check them. You use the Max Holloway.
I checked him last.
Max Holloway.
I checked him a lot.
I'm just like, fuck him. I'm going.
Last fight, I choked him a lot. Yeah. I checked a lot last fight, but I did. I mean, it was the issue, but we were ready for that. Like, that was literally preparation. Was checking his leg kick, and they were turning off the leg kick. But like I said, I baited it, and I put too much weight. and then he hit it, and it was too
He's
fast.
quick, man.
It was
He's
too
so
fast.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, fuck that.
I thought he had rocked him after that body shot. He threw that body shot after he was already rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like somewhat recovered a little bit.
Did you know? Like he's
dog, bro.
known.
Bro,
for-
it's a dog.
Nate is a dog, bro. I'm telling you, if you look at his stuff, he's never been knocked out.
Watch this. Since you missed it the first time.
Yeah, I was in the restroom. Unless it comes back up.
Look, Garrett's all cool. I love Garrett, dude. This kid, like, he says,
Motherfucker don't care who
he says yes to everybody. He comes out.
Borrego at 85. Fought Sean Kennard.
This was at 70, right?
Yeah. Then he go. Yeah. He doesn't care. He does not care.
He doesn't care.
Look at this terrible camera work. What the fuck is going? Why are we so close? on these
Paul in
guys?
his goddamn chest, bro.
What is that?
This is what makes it shaky looking. Is it being so close?
Yep. Zoom. You're zoomed too hard.
Oh yeah,
This motherfucker here.
yeah.
Shiny.
Went blind for the finger roll.
Basic. This lower third, I'm not feeling that.
That's what we get.
Now, where's our logo?
Shoot across the screen. Name, age.
Yeah, just
Hey, you know what they're gonna say?
That's
It's cost more money for that.
yeah. Eric's rich though. It's all right. Bill it to Eric. He's got
That's
money.
pretty basic. I see what you're up to.
Especially after this week. After this week, he's really got money, guys. If you want him to pay him,
Bankrupt.
Now we got
Fury.
yeah, we got some San Antonio. Some other
Eric's done.
Professor Joe, all blurry. All right, we'll get back to
They're zoomed into his nostrils. What do you expect, man?
So watch this start. No one's expecting.
Let the photographer climb up on the cage there. Wow.
And done.
Oh, that's a wrap. How fast is this armbar? Like he's like, you son of a bitch.
Oh, he was already.
About 30
motherfuckers.
And then the tap comes 14, and there we go. That's
God,
He was already in S mound, dude.
all out of focus. That's cool.
He was already in S, bro. He already had that shit thrown up before it was even there. That's awesome.
Man, yeah, shout out to
Lester's a dog.
155.
Lester's a dog, bro. Lester's a dog.
What 55 was I just talking about?
55. I don't know.
Like somebody at 55.
I forget who.
Three-time-
Somebody. What are we talking about?
Diego, run that. Rewind.
Speaking of, I told Eric I need to do a ranking system.
Me and Rich got one behind the
We do have one behind the scenes.
Whiteboards at their house.
That's what I'm saying.
You've been saying number 145?
Yeah, well, who's the number one 145er?
It's Michael Aswell.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm the C. I'm not even number one. I'm C. And that's C. But I'm ranking down. Yeah, it's champ rankings. So who's number one?
Justice Torres.
Justice Torres, number one.
It would have been so awesome. He missed this
I
opportunity.
can tell you off the top of my head, I would
Wait,
say,
Justice number one ranked?
I would say
do a rankings website.
Justice.
Drop it on Fury. I bet they're live.
Chat.
Go, yeah.
Mateus Camilo. Is it Justice Torres, Mateus Camilo? Yeah.
Yeah, Loham.
Johan.
Loham's up there.
You're putting him at number 3? Whoa.
No. I'm not giving my number.
He's not ranking right now.
my number. I
He's
think
someone he's brainstorming.
you also-
I know his feelings.
Yeah, you got to add Yadier. You got to add
course.
Yadier in there. You got to have Josh Altum in there. I know his.
Josh Altum's not in the top 10.
Who says?
Me as well. That's what me and Eric says. Me and Eric were going back and forth.
Me and Eric were sad. I'm back.
He's one of very dope.
I say,
It's hard to say.
Look at the topology. What about Cameron Graves?
I don't really
He
believe. I
goes
don't
above
know if I believe. What do you call it? Tapology all the time.
Well, I don't say, but look at the names that are on there.
Let me see.
I'm just saying, look at the names on there, though, and then you can decide your own rankings off of
Ori
that.
Ramos, AY, B. Mitch.
Right? Exactly.
He's fucking bunch of killers. Abdul. Well, yeah, Abdul at 45 for some reason.
Well, he said he does both.
Quintana.
Yeah, because Hunter, too. And the other dude, the Russian.
Damn, that didn't even count Hussein.
I don't think the Russian.
Yeah.
How about the UFC Carl Midas?
Damn, dude.
Oh, yeah, that dude, too.
Jake.
They count?
Okay, so I'm going to say this, and whoever gets upset.
He's a UFC veteran. He's been fighting for us.
Charles Cheeks has not fought since fucking
That's fine.
2022.
No, that's fine. You don't have to.
Should not be above him.
That's fine.
Let's just go to the top 10. Andres Quintana should be above Josh Altum. Yeah, he's got he's fucking
Doesn't matter.
19-5.
Yeah, exactly.
His last fight, wasn't it?
You're right.
Yeah, they have Abdul Kamara up there.
He says he fights above, but put him at 35.
Carlton Minus. He knocked out fucking Dimitri Rabis. Yeah.
He's up there. Right?
I'm not sure who. Oh, Ty Johnson's Chris Brennan's guy signed with the PFL.
He's at 35, though.
He's at 35. So Loham.
Justice,
Okay,
AY,
so here's
Cameron
one
Graves.
I don't agree with. Luis Luna.
Well, yeah, but that's we already know
He's
that.
got 30,000 fights.
But we already know that. But that's the same thing with the Heffernan, right? Too. Like those are the same.
But they don't even have you listed on here.
Well, I'm like 10.
Oh, you're
That's stupid.
Hey, but the number one was Nate Richardson. Was.
So I wonder who's the one after that.
And then they have Landry Ward, who's a 55er also. And then Cameron Graves at 4. Man, that's not.
Landry's lost his last.
That's what I'm telling you. We already named 8 guys.
Yeah, I think
Justice and Loham are probably going to be 1 and 2.
Okay, cool.
And it depends what division what Matthias goes to. If he goes up to 55 or he stays at 45. It's been a year.
He'll be like 10 probably. He'll be on the outskirts looking.
It's been a year since he's fought.
He's good though.
And I
He's
think
cool.
Yaudier's in probably the number.
It hasn't been a year. He fought in Oklahoma, but he had that.
yeah.
He had a weight problem. Remember? Yadier. I'd put Yadier up there.
3, yeah.
Duran Ramos, I'd put up there.
But what about Quintana?
I'd like to see
Hussein 4 or 5.
Tejada and
You're right. And Quintana.
Eduardo Tejada at Altum fight
There you go.
for like a top to get into the top 10.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I think I'd have. That's a tough fight. It's a tough fight. I'm not sure who. I'd probably favor Altum.
We know.
What about
You know what? Fuck. I gotta leave and get my own. I'm not gonna have any affiliation anymore.
Put your work gear on. Go throw on your work gear in your car.
Marcel Minkins is a good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 4-1 at 45.
That one loss is B Mitch, right? Yeah. There's a lot of good guys, man, and we got some guys. Listen, our DMs are so full of like fighters.
We've been talking about like Kyle's barely 2-0.
Yeah,
You're not even talking
Now
about
we just-
the 45 you're about to pick up.
and now
That Coda guy.
and now you just added Coda and Hendershot and Thompson and I guess Aliman, and you've got Brennan coming up one day, who may, if we get him signed, maybe who knows?
That'd be big time.
Who knows? We're gonna sign him.
Brendan's
We're gonna
gonna
sign
slide
Brennan.
right into the
He's
top 10.
perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, of course he is.
Oh, he's probably. I'd probably put him in top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
Hey, Kyle Teldrake said you better go to the UFC or
Man, I know.
take your belt so you can get that call up this year. He's trying to get called up this
I know
year.
you
man.
said
As he should.
I know you
That's
said
all the goals. I have no hate toward no one. Like everyone's out here chasing dreams, chasing goals, man. Like I don't wish bad on no one.
So how about this?
I don't want anyone to lose.
Without-
I don't care about that.
without-
I'm just worried about
worry
me.
about yourself.
Right. I worry about me. I'm just trying to win fights, and I'm trying to change my life
Before Aswell leaves us, man.
Without this whole fight, it was me talking to myself. Like I was trying to change my life. I win this fight, I changed my life, and that's what
without
I'm trying to
naming
do.
one of your teammates.
Yeah.
Who are some 45s you like to watch fight in your division?
In Fury.
Yeah. Fuck
No.
nobody else. Who cares about anybody else?
I watched the 45 in the UFC just to see like
Don't count.
who I could be or who I'm match up well. I'm game study.
He just been
I'm game study right now. I'm already game study.
Let's just talk about Texas.
Yeah.
Are there 45 pros? Who's fighting where?
No, we have all the 45 pros. So I'm just curious, as the champ, as the guy who's been rising through the ranks, who are you like impressed by?
And your featherweight division?
Not including your teammates, because obviously Justice is easy to say, because fuck, we're all impressed.
I mean, I really liked watching Nate. I mean, you go on YouTube, you can literally look up Nate Richardson, and Glory kickboxing will show up.
He's a dog.
And you can watch like a straight up just Muay Thai, like kickboxing bats, which are badass. I don't even know if it's Muay Thai.
I'll tell you what, who's not even in.
I like watching Nate.
Who's
I mean,
not top 10, but is a fucking dog is Gabe Macario.
Oh man,
dude.
hell yeah!
Like, I
Hands
can
down.
put Gabe Macario versus anybody in any fight, and he's gonna have a fucking war. He will make you have a war.
yeah.
Like,
His
I mean,
record is not indicative.
I
of
watch
his
the
talent
guys
level.
that y'all send me. Like, you're gonna fight this guy, and then I go and watch.
You know who else? Shaquem Richardson.
Yeah.
Shaquem will make you have a war too.
Yep.
I never watched him fight, man.
That's
I mean,
just
I seen
their
him
style,
fight,
man.
but
They
I
don't
don't
wrestle. They
really watch him fight.
He's just
I only fight who y'all. I mean, I only watch
You know,
film. or
he says
I
I
watch
can't
people.
smother him and
Y'all tell me to fight.
I haven't seen any of his shit. I don't watch his stuff.
But like whoever y'all tell me to fight, I'll go watch him. Like Graves had some good fights when I was watching his film.
Yeah.
He has some good ass knockouts, left kick, head kick. That's what I'm saying. Head kick knockout. Like I don't know. You remember?
Can you imagine if Fernando Padilla was still?
Dude, he's nice. I remember watching his fight.
Oh,
I remember him and Cameron Graves fight, and I was like, I'll fight the winner.
My favorite place for a fight.
No,
I think they're not.
you only had like one fight, probably.
Yeah. So I was watching that fight. I was like, I'll fight the winner for the.
And then he got caught up. This funny shit. So we're leaving the venue the other day, and I let him keep his gloves, and I was like, "Hey, keep Diego Lopez to sign your fucking gloves." I don't know, man. I'm gonna fight him.
I love it.
I love it, man. I love it.
We almost fought. Eric offered me Diego Lopez on 3 weeks. On 3 weeks' notice.
And Aswell was like,
Thinking about it.
it's the only nothing Aswell ever gave.
Well, he was texting me. I was like, I want to fight for the belt. He was like, dude,
Yeah, it was the guy.
can't let you fight for the belt. Like a week goes by. He was like, hey, Diego's guy just fell out 3 weeks. And I was like, I don't know if I'll make a weight on 3 weeks. I was like, give me like 4 or 5.
You were like 6-0, maybe, at that point.
5, maybe 6, yeah, about that point. He was like, Diego in 3 weeks. I was like, if you give me more than 3
Fought
weeks to
for
kill
the
the weight,
title at the,
I'll fight for it.
at the perfect time.
But then he got caught up. When everything worked out the way
Your record is we like
exactly
10 fights.
Yeah.
or-
How long is your preferred weight cut? Like,
I mean, I need at least
weeks.
6 to 8. I mean, I can make 6. 8 is like perfect. Where like routine schedule, like I can like monitor it, like go down.
Not to give the UFC picks up the phone and calls you today and says, "Hey man, we had a fallout."
We're figuring it out.
How
So when you walk,
55 for sure. 45
how much are you cutting like day of weigh-ins or night before weigh-ins, and what do you? Our estimate, what do you weigh when you come back in the cage?
Pounds the night before.
Okay, but so the way I used to do it the old school way. Like I would water load. I would go 2 gallons, 2 gallons, 1 gallon, half a gallon,
right,
a quarter of a gallon, right. So then throughout the week, I would gradually cut, and like last day I'll have 5 to 6 maybe, right. But you're dehydrated those past 2 days, so that last 5 you're like drawing out water that you barely even have.
Are you a night before guy or a morning of?
Well, this fight, I changed up the water load, so I just drink 2 gallons for 4 days straight.
Yeah.
And then didn't drink any on Friday, so I cut like 10 on Friday, and then cut like 2 or 3 or in the morning. But I never cut in the morning. I usually cut at night just so I'm chilling.
Right.
But they were like, make sure you get some, like you want to get some sleep. So, I went to bed like, 2 or 3 over on the night before, and I just fell asleep, and I actually got good sleep. I slept from like 8 to like 4, woke up, and then kind of just finished the rest, and then that was it. But I never tried that way, and I was like, I wanted to do something different. Because
how'd you feel?
Great. Like they were telling me, like all the coaches and everyone's like, the point of weight cutting is to be dehydrated for the least amount of time possible. Right. So if I'm dehydrated for 2 days, and then the third day, like I don't even sleep the night before, and when like the night before you don't sleep, so you're just sitting there fucking miserable for 7 hours.
I used to cut everything the day of.
Do you check your weight?
A lot of people do.
Do you check your weight before you go back in? Like you have an idea of what you're
for what?
Like fight day.
I mean, I don't really care, but I mean, I'll check it just to like laugh a little bit.
How much are you generally putting back on? You think?
I was
20.
No, I was 68.
Jeez,
that's 20.
That's 20. That's big. That's 68. That's really good.
70 to somewhere in there.
Keep in mind when
68, I feel great though.
Weighing in, we used to weigh in at like 1 o'clock.
We used to weigh in. I used to weigh in at 2.
When I first,
bro. Oh my God! Thank God.
Yeah.
Bro, we pull up and people would not show up till like 4 or 5. And then if you're the last, and you're
waiting for the state and shit before,
and we used to weigh in and face off.
We wouldn't face off till like 6, bro. It'd be like they said weigh in at 2:30. We didn't weigh in until 4 or 5, bro.
It helped change.
Yeah,
thank God. I was pushing for it the whole time. I was like, bro, you're trying to be like the UFC. Might as well do the weight cut like the UFC.
Yeah, but the UFC too didn't start doing those clothes.
Yeah.
Because they used to go and do.
They did.
Sometimes they did. Sometimes they did it.
They did it right before COVID. But the reason they did it was because of the way the fighters looked. Like James Irvin and those guys had those terrible. Connor had those terrible cuts where he's on the scale. He's like a fucking skeleton sitting up there. So they started going, hey, we're going to let you rehydrate for a few hours.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. And
we get a whole day and a half almost instead of like not even a whole day. Sometimes you wouldn't even a whole day to recover.
Yeah, most of our guys, I know Alex Morano seems, he
losing weight.
He nails his weight. And his last time he said like, he was at that weight for the least amount of time as he cut it that morning. Most of our guys, they're still drinking, eating a little bit the night before.
Sure, me too.
And then the next day, it's pound, maybe 2 pounds to cut off that morning. So quick session, get going. And honestly, whatever works for you.
For sure, and that's another thing is like you gotta be comfortable with doing what you do. There's so many different methods. It's like which one do you like? Because some people won't like one. Some people won't. Like I never really done the hot bath, and I know people love the hot bath. I do the jacuzzi. But like the hot bath is fucking hot, bro.
There's a lot of people that talk about why don't we end the weight in the weight cuts? Everybody fights it there, walk around with. What's your take on that?
Sure, whatever you want to do. I wouldn't mind fighting at 55, but like you just know going in, like look at like Michael Chandler, dude, or like these dudes are walking around fucking jacked to the fucking bone, dude. I'm training with like even Rafa. He comes to the gym at 4. I'm like, this motherfucker's shoes. I don't know if he's fine at 55. There's no way he's fucking massive. But
I mean, look at Lester Buttress. That kid's fucking. He's got to be like 75, 80. Like,
dude, these 55ers are like
junior or senior. He's massive.
Dude, these like these 155ers are not 190. Like fucking shredded though. Like no fat on them 190. I'm like, how the fuck do they even cut weight?
So I definitely think as we kind of look back at Fury 89 this past weekend, top to bottom, it was an absolutely outstanding card, packed with prospects.
Not as exciting as we wanted, but it was good though.
There was a few lulling moments, but the excitement we needed that we got.
We got the finish.
And I do think your
Made it better.
your moment of the Texas
That
kid
ended the night.
winning it in the
Perfect.
title.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like that capped it off
To be like, okay, we had a good.
kind of absolutely perfectly. We talked about the week before. You know, Nate's the former champ. I said he was the ace. I said you were the A side coming in because you're the hometown kid.
Oh, did you?
You have all the pressure.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
you have.
I'm all rewatched the podcast.
Go ahead, listen to it. You had all the pressure, and whether or not you felt it,
Sure.
you know, the pressure was on you, hometown, former champion. This guy's good at all kind of shit. Everything you can think of, the pressure's on you. You're the young kid coming up.
Biggest fight in my career.
And not only did you handle it, you handled it in such I hate to say easy way. You made it look easy.
Right.
And
Definitely.
the celebration and the crowd and the love and again, man, I look up and I see Daniel Pineda there.
That's sick.
I see Chico and Joseph and Frank picking you up.
Yeah.
And in that moment, that is one of the most memorable moments I've had in like Houston MMA in a long, long time.
Right.
And it will be that way it was amazing, dude.
That's
I can
awesome.
tell you,
That makes me happy.
This card
That makes me happy, man.
4 guys that
That makes me really happy.
really
Yeah.
hard.
You're making Aswell stiff over
It's
here.
true.
Calm down, man.
Super.
It's true, man. I've been very fortunate, along with Eric. We've been around this sport for a long
Right, I know. That's what means a
we're
lot.
old as fuck. We're old as fuck, but like that's gonna stand out of my memory. You know what? Some of my memories aren't fight related, like Crew Bob getting married in the fucking legacy cage.
Yeah.
Not fight related. You know, Derek Lewis fight related, putting his ass cheeks on Cleveland Rakeem. You know, like, those are all great memories.
Did Rakeem fight this weekend?
It didn't go well. He lost to Cody East. Yeah. So, but that will stand out. One, I think it's one of the top Fury memories. And as we get toward the end of the year, when we talk about like our year
That's
recaps,
awesome.
but I do think, man, like, listen, whether you, this is so weird to say right this moment. You're going to get a call one day, hey, man, you're a Fury Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
We want to put you back into the Fury Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You've already done that. Like you're just waiting for the call.
Yeah.
At this point, man. And I can tell you, if we never,
Thank you. I
if we
appreciate
never
it,
see
man.
Michael Aswell again in the Fury cage, one, we've done our job.
Yeah.
You've done your job. And dude, congratulations on just everything you've achieved. And being a part of this ride with you has been fucking amazing.
No, I appreciate it. I mean,
Hey, just all I want is a shot.
as always, bro, you're my number one shout out.
Hey, just remember, hey, hit up Fury.
Always, bro.
Remember, hey, and remember one day,
Born and raised here. I mean, y'all made me who I am. I mean,
But remember he fought Max, was that your debut?
Max Lemus
Amateur debut. He
never fought again.
fucking cracked him.
yeah, I never fought again after. I know. I'm still boy. He still trains all the time. We're boys. We're
so
cool.
talented
We're
too,
so
man.
talented.
Yeah.
Look at the path, though. Like,
First fight. That was first ever fight.
he stayed undefeated, right, as an amateur.
4-0.
This kid's always way to the UFC, probably. Like,
Long.
Dude, I remember. I hadn't. Was Max your second fight?
First fight.
First fight.
3-0. 3-0. 3 first round finish.
what his record?
So I remember. So Max. I remember Max as a kid.
I was cracking him first round.
I say Max as a kid, but I remember Max really young. Right, come over to Militich training with us, and so I was like, "Oh, this kid's fucking good coming out."
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I think if I recall, the first round didn't go great. Like
For who?
For you, I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, high.
Yeah. Okay.
Ball landing every shot.
But I remember watching you.
busted. I did 3 combos. 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2-3.
I was challenging Aswell, and he's like, no, that didn't happen at all. Let the ball.
I said I wasn't sure, but what stood
That
out for
was
me.
my first ever loss. And I was like, I never want to feel like that.
You were free yet?
I was out there because of Max.
Oh, he was cornering Max.
Yeah, I wasn't quarterback. I was there. Yeah,
This is the first fight.
No, I had some other guys on the card. I had somebody on the card too.
Okay.
Yeah. I was not part of Fury for a long time.
It was an
But
old one. It might have been a cage combat.
I remember.
It was a Fury amateur.
I remember. There's been times, and Eric and I have talked about it, and Wayne, we've talked about it.
No, bro.
It's very easy to sometimes see the guys who have it.
Right.
And there's levels to this game like anything else.
There is a such thing as the id factor.
We knew when Josh Van stepped in the Fury cage, that kid's got it.
100%.
Obviously, Diego Lopez fucking had it.
Yeah.
Cody Steele has it. You have put your name in that conversation,
For sure.
and we have seen it for years.
I've been
Because I
saying
can
it,
tell
too.
you that this man right here wouldn't keep putting you in the spots he's put you in if he didn't believe in you and didn't know that you have it.
I'm telling you, after the Cameron Grace fight, I was like, fuck it, he can fight.
Yeah, he can fight anybody. Fight anybody.
Now he can fight whoever.
Yeah,
nobody else.
I remember every time you made that.
No, it know your way. But then I was like,
Still
man, he
felt
can-
good, though.
He can really fight whoever.
I still felt good about that fight. Like, I still feel like I did okay. There's definitely things I should have done better.
Is a real prospect in the featherweight
Yeah,
division.
he's a beast, bro. He's a
100%.
beast.
Like,
All right. Hey, we've got to get to some UFC predictions. Since champ, you go toss out some predictions. If you don't even know the name of the fighter, if that's okay.
I know. I'll be watching.
So main event, we got Matheus Nicola taking on Alex Perez. Who you guys got?
Alex Perez.
On short notice.
I think Alex knows it's do or die.
But yeah, that dude's good. I got the other guy. Hey, I saw someone on Twitter say Alex Perez to miss weight plus 1,100.
Oh.
Just throwing it out there.
I'm going to have to go with Matheus Nicola.
After that, yeah, me too.
He's been
Alex was in the talks of getting cut, so if he loses this fight, he's out.
But yeah, he has an
for
issue making weight, and it's short notice. So
Collided to air
plus 11
p.m.
yeah.
If that happens.
Hey, co-main event, my guy Ryan Spann taking on Bogdan Guskov. I got to go with Ryan Spann.
Yeah, the same guy. He's one of the straight out of Fury guys. Fought for us a lot of times back in the day.
This is my 85 champ.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Chico, right?
It might have been Chico, yeah.
You probably did.
Women's flyweight, we got Ariane Lipinski taking on Karine Silva. I don't know. I'm going to go Lipski because it just sounds...
You like lips?
Who doesn't?
Silva 17-4. I don't know. I got to look into the fight. I'll go Silva.
We got former Fury FC heavyweight champion Austin Lane taking on Jonte Dennis in a really tough fight for Lane. Clearly,
Lane, right?
you got to go Austin.
We'll go Lane.
You got to go Austin.
We got Lane. Let's go.
Just say the words. We've got...
Hey, I love Austin Lane, dude, but I mean, he's had a rough go.
He's had a rough go, for
man.
sure. Jonathan Pierce taking on David Onama. I'm going to go David Onama.
I'm going to go with my boy Davey. That's my boy Butter. We trained together for a minute.
And then,
I don't
know how this guy's still fighting. Tim Means taking on Euros Medic. I guess I'm going to go Tim Means because I can't vote against the Dirty Bird, baby.
Ali has his 75 fights. What's his fight count?
Holy shit. Sorry, Chico.
Chico lost every guy on this card.
Sorry, Chico.
Chico, listen, fuck you along.
He's still mad at 5 for Elevate.
For what?
For Southern Mate.
I love Chico, man.
I love Chico too. No matter what.
He's got some gray hair. His hair fucking
that one fight.
Yeah, I saw he's growing it out.
Yeah,
Is he going to be going for like the dreads or what? Like the braids?
I told Chico last night, he's like, Chico, you still ducking Borrego?
We were talking about that fight. I was there. They're like, do it. Man. Bracket me weight right now.
He's got that daddy weight right
now. Now he does, yeah.
What are you going to do?
Hey, did you guys see they're talking about the Conor and Chandler fight? Should it be for the 165 title? Like, should they make that division?
Nah.
Yeah.
That means they get rid of 170 if they do that.
And they make it 175.
175 and 165.
Absolutely.
Why not? Or 165?
Why not?
Yeah. It doesn't bother you. Like,
I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but like, hell yeah, do it. It's definitely smart. It's stupid. How do you go 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15?
unlimited.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. It's so weird. All of it's so weird. The rules are weird. You know, we're still like in a boxing system. You know, we're giving 10-9 to 10. Like,
yeah.
You know,
I don't know what it's going to take to change. I don't know what it's going to take to change the rule set.
We're doing the same, but not the same. It's a different sport. Like, we should just make our own entire new.
You know, the problem is
just make a robot to watch it, and
even the UFC. Even the UFC.
Intelligence refs or something?
Right, like, especially MLB, like, just have a robot ref.
Where you send the complaint or
obviously want you to show up and work an artist, right? Can't be wrong. Can't really blame it.
Chat GPT.
It's hard. This fight. It's hard to say because even like the UFC still uses the 10-9.
100%. That's what I'm saying. I know.
They also still haven't.
There's not a solution.
They still haven't done what I want to see. Is I would like to see the live open scoring.
That's cool, I guess.
I think that would be cool.
They do.
Denver does it, and so what I'm saying, it's an option. It's supposed to be an option here. But listen, our job is to get you ready for the UFC. There's no open scoring in the UFC. Then why would we do it?
Exactly. It's not even fun. It's a bigger purpose.
That's the same reason we do 5-round main events, whether it's a title or not.
Yeah.
Again, if you're in the main event of a Fury card, you're possibly looking at going to the UFC next. Our job is to prepare you for the UFC.
For sure, it's perfect.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite changes that we made. You know, in the recent past was
that's all Eric.
5 rounds with the main event.
That's all me. I was telling him, I'm like, let me fight 5 rounds. I'm like, why the fuck am I fighting 3 rounds? Man. I'm serious.
Aswell asked for a 7-round fight the other day.
I was fighting Luchin on a 3-round fucking like making that 5.
Brought to you by the Texas Kid.
Right? Am I not wrong?
He's like King Kong Bundy.
I did tell you that.
I mean,
Did I tell you that?
I probably 5 rounds.
I know I did. I did.
You probably did.
I know I did.
Hey, shout out. We had MVP in the house this past week.
Yeah, man. It's good to see the homie come out, man.
MVP. WWE. Yeah. No, not Michael Venom Page. He's thinking fighters. No, WWE, like wrestling.
Okay, yeah.
MVP was out there.
That's so
Yeah, almost 500,000 followers.
I tried to get Maxo Cream out there for y'all.
Where was he at?
New York, but
Maxo Cream.
He was in New
Got a
York.
great song, Bissonette.
They wanted. Well, they were like, walk out to the song, and then maybe he'll walk out with you. Da, da, da.
Come out.
Eric said no. He said we can't take special guests.
Oh, wow.
You gotta get a special guest.
He called me.
Okay.
He's called me.
He didn't know. Yeah, anyway, that's why.
You know Max O'Connell?
He's off the road symbol, so everywhere to
He wanted to come out. Wanted to watch me fight. I know.
Anytime.
Yeah. Right. That'd be good.
Well, now you're not there anymore.
But I mean,
Tell him come out and watch Justice fight next.
No
Yeah,
thanks.
Maybe.
Hey, how crazy would it be? Listen,
There's a million followers, dog.
Hey, there's a real.
A million followers. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get famous and then like meet all like the Houston celebrities.
Yeah.
And
Hey, there's a
get them
real.
to come out.
There's only one celebrity he wants. He wants Riff Raff. That's it.
No, you're not doing it. Yeah, that's not fitting.
Kardashian.
That's not fitting.
Date a Kardashian.
Yeah, that's the way.
Kardashian curse, bro. I can't do that.
Yeah, but you be all right.
Well,
Smooth it.
Hey, then don't wish for this shit. That's how you get there, man.
Kill Mac Miller.
She got divorced.
Who got divorced?
Ariane.
Ariana who?
Grande.
The ring card girl? She was Ariana Grande. Yeah. All right.
She's a retired ring card girl, but she's not there anymore.
I know that is.
Hey, so do you have a celebrity crush?
No.
I mean, Diego's is Brad Pitt, but
Get mad. She's
yeah, go.
fine.
No, I mean, I don't.
Swift.
you don't have a hot tub?
Taylor Swift.
I got a hot tub.
Ladies that it's okay to be in the hot tub with?
No. I didn't know anywhere in London.
Senior getting in the hot tub with the
Yeah, Aswell Sr. Well, I've been seen that. Aswell Sr. does well. Aswell Sr. wants to let me crush it. I don't know.
You got no celebrity? Eric, you have a celebrity crush?
I got a lot of them.
All of them.
I know. I can't.
I know all Diego's are Lings and Pings or some shit, or Wayne or some shit like that.
Yeah, no.
Hey, it's crazy to think, as we get ready for Contender Series coming up, if you don't get a call, you'll clearly be on Contender Series. I think we see a call.
100%. That's 100%.
I think you're
I
going to
think
be
it is.
Okay, cool.
Again, obviously it'll be confirmed here in the next couple months.
Okay.
Given the history, given the history of this
I
belt,
like to work though.
given the history of that belt, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Right, and the finish and how everything
Right,
worked out.
100%.
It worked out perfect.
But there's a very good chance, dude. It could be you. It can be Justice on there as well. Justice 9-2,
We can get Justice
I think Justice needs one more.
You think?
I don't know.
Is that what that's what they're saying?
2, right?
8-2.
Is that what they're saying? Or what?
The knock against Justice is going to be he doesn't have enough
He
finishes.
just wasn't in the
Finishes.
talks.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of. That's what they told me too. Like even before the Richardson fight, look,
Cody Steele's a rap 100%.
oh, that's a rap.
We have other raps like Jacoby Jones.
Not that I was like
He's a rap.
Not that I was like upset or anything, but like before the fight starts, I'm upstairs, right? I'm
Kobe Jones
Was he a cornerback?
Yeah, and he could stand down a receiver.
Quarterback for the Texans.
No, from the Ravens. He sucked for the Texans.
So
That's why we remember his name being
traded by Danny Wheel.
fight. My victim.
Yeah.
I'm not the main event.
Yeah.
So it's your fault that he couldn't.
At the end of the day, I talked about it to myself.
pretty much.
It's like, you win, you take care of business. That's all I'm
having a whole
not.
sidebar
Don't worry about all that.
It's way cooler.
Not getting an interview, all that nonsense.
know what
right?
they're
Just
talking about.
Put your head down.
Cock rings and hot tubs or some shit. I don't know.
And everything's gonna work out like it did.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I started.
No, not yet. Hey,
It's over.
Hey, first of all,
I got a meeting in 25 minutes.
Michael Aswell is the champ, man. It's your time.
I am the champ.
If you want to give some thank yous to anybody, talk about your sponsors.
I took a picture this time.
You took a picture this time to be ready.
Yes.
Make sure you mention your celebrity crush in there.
Me and Nana.
You said Mia Khalifa?
No.
Who the hell?
It was my time, so it's my time. Well, first, I just want to thank all my family, my friends, my mom, my dad, my sister, my girlfriend, just my uncle, everyone that's there for me, supported me. All the fans. I mean, y'all heard the place. I heard the place. I felt the place, shaking damn near in there. Couldn't do that without my boys and then my sponsors. Couldn't do it without my team, 4 Ounce, Daniel, Frank, Joseph, Chico, everyone that's there. Working with me, all my training partners. The people that are there, they're cheering me on. The Ritz, huge sponsor. Edco, Boys Aces, Aswell Fencing Gate, LJ Performances, Boosted Drips, Apex, HKA, Compliance Safety, SBD. I mean, Laredo Taqueria. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many sponsors, so many people that have been there. I know so many people that have just been there for me, supporting me, and it's been a long ride. I think we've done everything right. I just try to work hard and do the best I can for myself and try to put myself in position to be successful, be great, put myself around people that I know that are going to help me elevate myself to the next level. You know, it doesn't just start in the cage. You know, of course you got to win in the cage and take care of everything you got to do there, but, you know, it starts outside the cage. You know, you got to have, your life's got to go right, everything's got to go right. You got to surround yourself with people that, you know, want you to win, want you to be successful, that are successful, and help push you to be great. And, you know, I've always thought of myself as someone that's destined to be great, destined for greatness. And I just put my head down and just worked hard, and we're here now, and it's showing. You know, we've done everything right. So I appreciate y'all guys. I mean, 6 long years. I mean, you see me since I was 17 years old. I know. Yeah. And, you
17 years old and doing the strap.
I was an amateur. I was a 2-time amateur champ. Defended the belt for amateurs. You know, we won the pro belt at Fury. I mean, you know, we talked. I never
Him and Josh Grant did the same thing.
Never said no to a fight. Yeah. Never turned back any tickets. Never turned back any tickets. I saw 21 tables, 22 tables, 23 tables sometimes. Never turned back one ticket. You know, I've done everything. I try to do the right way, the best way I know how to do, and just worked hard and try to be the best person I can be. And y'all helped me become the person I am. And really, it's a huge shout out to Coach Saul. I know I said it in the.
That was a beautiful emotional moment, man. Where you
in the ring, I was
These conversations.
I mean, I'm 14, 15 years old, and he calls me to his office. I didn't even know I wanted to fight. I wanted to play football. Yeah. You know, I wanted to go D1. And he called me, and he's like, looks me in my face, and he's like, I don't say this shit to anyone, but I see something special in you. And if you let me train you, he's like, I will make you a champion. Right. He's like, I will make you a champion. You lose this amount of you lose this amount of weight, and I will make you a champion for me. And he's told me that, and I know who he is. Y'all know who he is. Yeah, he doesn't say that shit to anybody. No. And
I know his famous word. Oh, he's a piece of shit.
He's only called me a piece of shit my whole.
And he told me that I'm sitting there. I'm just like beginner's Muay Thai. Like,
yeah.
Did you just Cam Smotherman's name?
You know it.
You're like I'm borrowing shin poles right now.
And I said, sounds good to me. Yeah. And after that, I talked to my football coaches. I said, you know, I was wrestling. I was losing weight for wrestling. I said, I'm not going to play football no more. And that was it. And I just full time. I would, you know, every time I had a free period, I'd go train with Saul. Every time I could talk to Saul, I'd go talk to Saul. I was in every single class that he coached, and he coached every single class. Yeah. He coached the beginners Muay Thai. And then afterwards, you know, you'd have pros. And then he would teach the pros as he's teaching the beginners jiu-jitsu. And then he would start making us do jiu-jitsu. And, you know, I'd try to talk to him. We'd go out to eat. I try to pick his brain as much as I can. And that guy is, you know, the Bible. And you know what he told me? He told me, stick with Eric. He's a good dude. He told me that. I said, sounds good to me.
Did not. He said, stay with Eric. He's like top shelf piece.
He was like, I swear to God, though. He told me.
He used to tell me all the time.
He told me,
he's like, man, I know you're going to get Aswell to the next level. You'll get him to the next level.
He swore to me. He swore to me. He said, Eric Garcia is a good dude, bro. Stay with him. I'm telling you. All these other guys are pieces of shit. They don't care about you. He's like, Eric's a good dude. And what Coach Saul told me was law. He said, do 100 push-ups, 100 steps every day. He's like, that's all you need to do. You don't need to lift weights. Just do that. For 8 months, bro. I shit you not. When I said, okay, sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. You know, when he told me he made me a champion, he put me on the tire for 8 months. Every single time I walked in the gym, get on the tire. He would put me on the tire, and I'd bounce on this fucking tire for 30 minutes. Not say a word. He's like, keep going. And then he would put me in there. And then he'd just throw me into the pro cage. Get in there. I didn't know what I was doing. And he was like, just don't be a bitch. And I was like, all right, sounds good.
That's all, man.
You know? Yeah. And I wouldn't be here without him. I genuinely would not be. He was the only coach I've ever had. So when he passed, I was scrambling. Oh, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Yeah. Where do I go? Yeah. You know, and I just start, you know, venturing out, trying to figure out what I think is best for me. And I'm just happy to find a home somewhere I'm comfortable, you know?
You know, big shouts to Saul. Like, Houston MMA as we know it today would not be here without Saul. You know, would not be here without the Renegade shows and the Young Gun shows that he put together over the years.
And he's a man.
You know, and he was always one of those guys who told you exactly what he believed.
Every time.
And honestly, what he believed most times was right.
Never sugarcoat shit. My best time is when he would look at me after training and be like, not bad. That's a great compliment from Saul. Yeah, not bad. Let's go.
That's a great compliment from him.
I'd be fucking hyped up. Not bad. And the whole time, the whole hour and 30 minutes, he's yelling, fucking trash, terrible, shitty.
Dude,
He's fucking terrible. Get out the cage. Get the fuck out. It's fucking terrible. What am I watching?
He gave me the weirdest and my favorite compliment I think I've ever received in my life. He told me, he was like, hey, you're becoming a really good coach. I was like, well, you guys suck, but you're becoming a really good coach. I was like,
He loves
what?
that, bro.
What the fuck? This guy?
Throw back some live up to that.
Yeah, man, like absolute
Another reason
legend.
why I can never leave.
And again, Mike, I know it's weird to think about it now, but you have etched your name in like Fury history.
For sure.
And like you are a Fury legend, a soon to be one day Fury Hall of Famer.
Need that.
And even more
that.
sooner to be, we will hear the name UFC superstar Michael Aswell.
I agree.
See a drink up to that right here, man.
I agree.
Senior, hey, congratulations to all your success. The new champ Michael Aswell is in the house, and Wayne,
Appreciate y'all, man.
let's do this, baby.
Hey guys, that's it. The time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
Let's go.
Ace's performance exhaust.
Thank you. You need that.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to